If you're just tuning in, it's our ladies' night out, and we're asking honestly, how can we build back honesty for the growth and progress of Africa? That's my honest question tonight. Now, please let us share what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Tweet at us at WadeShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WadeShow, or send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. This honesty thing is a big issue. Honestly, so it's something that we say we want to build industries, we want to grow Africans, we want to take people out of poverty line, we want to take people, create more jobs. The quickest way to get people employed is to build massive industries and factories and all of that. Yeah. So if you have all those factories, if you went further down that video when the man was talking about, just by cutting the cost of all the excesses that they had been losing based on theft and all of that, they were able to sustain. Do you understand? So you can imagine. Yeah. Then he now said something that Dangote, for instance, has the capacity to open, what's it called?
In every country.
In every single African country. But it is because of the lack of honest staffing that makes that impossible. So are we even thinking about the consequence of dishonesty to the impact it has on the economy?
So they don't even, it's not, there's that long-term thought isn't even there, because the person who is stealing from your poultry will steal you out of business, then they steal themselves out of a job. So again, this is why sometimes I circle back to, like I said, survival of the fittest. Because at the point at which I'm doing it, I see opportunity, I see survival, but I don't have the capacity to think long-term, to say, you know what, if I keep doing this, eventually I'm going to be out of a job. And that's what happens. People close poultries. Do you remember the video that we shared must be like a month or 2 months ago, of the poultry and the woman searching them? And she took from the hair, she took from the bra, she took from everywhere.
They hide eggs.
And the woman kept saying, is there more? I know there's more. And then the lady goes, and then and you're thinking, how?
Let me come to you. Oh my God, because this is a big issue for us.
It is.
And that's why I can see clearly that Africa is not going to grow. Because the only way you can grow is if you are able to build big companies, big industries, and mop up the entire unemployed people and throw them in there. No. But if you are not able to get people that are willing to patiently wait, we talked about consistency on Tuesday on our ladies' night out. Now I'm thinking, do we even have the patience to actually even walk through a job and earn a decent living? Is there any link with all of these things and social media? Maybe this is what is affecting our brain, or it's just an African thing that we need to be dishonest.
No, we will grow, because just by our size, I say it all the time about Nigeria, from a demographic perspective, we're a retail business dream. 200 million plus people, young people, whatever it is, if you can bring it down to 10 naira, you can sell it in its volumes, you're good. So we will grow.
Okay, let me take Richard, then I'll come to you, Lami. Richard, are you there? Thank you for calling us.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Okay, allow me to see you guys again. Now, to get this from what we're discussing today, I worked in a company once, and the guy in charge of the warehouse, as at that time, that was like 15 years ago, his salary was there 45,000. Do you know, after some time, when we found out that this guy has 3 houses in Lagos, he had an SUV. So what he does is that when he's coming to work with the SUV, he parks somewhere, takes a bike, and comes to the office. So for long, we didn't know the people. That's the last person. I remember when we had a meeting. I won't vouch for that guy. That guy cannot be part of the cartel that was finishing that company. That's on one side. Now, these Indians you bring in, because I've worked with them also. You rent house for them. You get them a driver. You get them a cook. You make their life so comfortable. Why would they want to steal from you? These same guys in their country, life is same for them the way it is for us here. So because I have to interact with them, and I remember one of them telling me that they traveled one time for the annual leave, and the son was angry because he said that the sun was too hot, blah blah blah, and they are using taxi and this their tricycle, that they should go back to Nigeria because life in Nigeria was better than in their country. So what I'm trying to say is this, that just like what Bushi said, our value system has totally been eroded. When we come into a system, just like what our politicians are doing, they see it as an opportunity to plunder the state. So no matter how much they plunder, they keep plundering. You see your legislators, they are plundering, your governors are plundering, everybody is a black thing. Because it's like we've been denied for too long. So anytime we have an opportunity, you tell your guys, man, grab what you can grab now. You don't know where you see the opportunity again. And it is sad. We need to do a lot of things in our mindset and our value system.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Richard. That's the fantastic. And I want to come to Lami on that because, you know, Uti touched on it when she said something about what is the salary that we're paying these people. You know, because sometimes, again, we are truly our own enemies. I remember telling a story of how when they were going to open one of the big supermarkets in Lagos, I mean, when they came into the country from South Africa, they were saying, okay, they were going to match the salary for the guys at the till. The same salary, the same standard that they had in South Africa, they wanted to match it. And somebody said, no, you want to spoil people, you want to be giving them this kind of... So they slashed the salary. And this is what we see all the time, that you see a company that is an international company coming to Nigeria, our fellow Nigerians will tell them that, no, you cannot be giving these people salary, so you want to spoil them for us and all of that. But this is what happens all the time. You know, I think we have another call. Okay, let me take another call, then I'll come to you, Lami. Thank you for calling.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you so much for calling, Isibo.
Okay, I just quickly want to make my opinion known, and I believe the reason for what we are experiencing today, to me, I believe it largely has to do with our parents. Because if you compare the language of the past and the language of the present, they are very different. The language of the past was, remember the son of whom you are, and do not bring shame to this family. But today, the language is, are you not seeing your mate? Is this particular person not your age mate? Are you not seeing what they are doing? Are you not seeing what they are bringing to the family? So with this kind of statement from parents, you want to, you know, the children almost have little or nothing to, you know, keep behind in doing whatever it takes to bring that same thing their mates are bringing home. Because at the end of the day, the society really do not care about how you get it, but they just want to celebrate you for having it. That is the society we are. And also this current age grading that the society has given to people, that once you are above certain age, once you are above 30 and you've not made this and this and this, and you've not built your house, gotten married, you don't have your own car, you are as useless as anything, you know. So it's bringing a lot of pressure, and people are really out to do these things, not minding how they get it. So I believe parents should do more.
Thank you so much, Isibo. Let me come to you, Lami, quickly. Lami, quickly.
Yeah, I was going to mention the culture of oppression. It's so completely endemic in our system. You know, from every facet of life in Nigeria, in Africa, you are faced with oppression. So everybody wants to get lifted out of poverty. So what do when they have any moment of, you know, opportunity to steal or of corruption and all that? There's nothing they can do about it.
Let's take some comments.
I think the oppression, the poverty, as Uti has said, lack of education, it's just
loss of value.
Africa is just a unique continent.
It is well. So good evening, ladies.
We are just unique in everything.
Good evening, ladies. Many thanks, Uwa, for Facebook information. Okay, thank you, Ade. Good to see the birthday girl on set today. Life begins at 40, so keep the flag flying, Uti. We need to bring back moral instructions as a subject into our education. They may re-energize our thoughts and application in governance. That's from Ade from the UK. then you have some.
So I have a couple. So my first one is from Ufumara. It says, we all reap what we sow. As a society, okay, so the heading is we all reap what we sow. It says, as a society, we reap what we sow. The rot in the moral compass of society and decay in value system was planted years ago. The Japan example you gave is indoctrinated in the lives of children so that as adults, they do not deviate from the honest path. That is why a Japanese executive resigned from a high-ranking post because he bought a scarf for his wife on company petty cash. He apologized and resigned. It can't happen here where parents even buy expo-leaked exam papers for their kids and loot in public office to cater for their family.
Let me take another call, then you take
Okay.
Benson's comment.
Sure.
Thank you for calling. Samuel, I believe. Are you there? Hello?
Good evening.
Thank you for calling.
Yes, my name is Samuel and I'm calling from
Niger State. Thank you so much for calling.
Yes, I just want to add my own contribution.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, in Africa, there's something we should look at. The cost of living in Africa is very expensive. And then for one to survive, people will go to any length to do whatever they can to make sure that they meet and that they are comfortable. Somebody working for a company and then after closing from work, going home to face his landlord over a house rent, and there is no place for that person to get the money, he will be forced to compromise and get the money to pay the house rent. That and other factors also. To me, I'll say why so many people find themselves in doing such things is the cost of living in so many of these countries. Check out China, for example, their poverty rate. Check out the US, for example, the poverty rate also. If we compare ourselves to other countries, one thing I should look at, I would want to look at is that the cost of living there in Nigeria today, let's look at the security situation here. People can't go to their farms again to plant and harvest their.
Okay, thank you so much,
And
Samuel. Thank you so much, Samuel. I think I got the crux of what he was saying. You wanted to take Benson's comment then?
Yes, so it says, honesty is so powerful that it is said that even amongst thieves, there is honor. As people, we all yearn for this quality. Recall that Buhari's biggest selling point to Nigerians was his honesty. And at the moment, Nigerians are almost uncertain if that honesty candle has not gone off. Anywhere the light of honesty is shining, growth and progress is certain.
And he also says, honesty breeds trust. Trust is the foundation that builds greatness. He says, provided merit is not respected and vandals take the front seat, anarchy will continue to thrive. Okay, ladies, because we have like 5 minutes more to go. What is the way forward? Let me come in.
What do you family think? Structure. Value system. We really need to completely overhaul it, and every parent should have their hands on deck to at least contribute their little quota, because the family is the bedrock of the society. It's the tiniest unit of the society. So everything stems from the family. Parents can do more to, instill more values into their children and morals. I think probably in another 20, 30 years, we might be able to get.
Yeah. All right. So, Uti.
I think we have to be deliberate. We have to make a decision as a people if we want to get out of this, because there's so many things that we've listed and none of them are going to get fixed by chance or by accident. We have to decide, one, the art of raising a child, we have to go back to it. We have gotten to a point now where we see children as a blessing, but we forget the work that goes into raising children. So that in itself needs to come back into play. Then when we talk about education, we do need to prioritize it. But not education for the ABCs, but education for the right things. Values that we have to instill in people. We have to have, we have resilience actually, but resilience for us comes out of suffering. We have to now understand that, look, what is it that I need to survive? What are those skills that will get me through life? It doesn't have to be ABCs. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you have to be able to read and write. But there's such important values and skills that have to be instilled in you so that if tomorrow you find yourself in a situation where things aren't working out, you can come up with plan B. Finally, for me, is the aspect of merit. We have completely... In fact, I don't think we understand what the word merit means anymore. So there isn't a belief system that hard work is rewarded. There isn't a belief system that excellence is rewarded. So you know what? If money is being made here by nefarious means, let me go there. Quickly hammer. Then we can find Jesus. I mean, somebody once said to me, you build church, you build mosque. Oh, it's all right. So, you know, so the idea of merit in everything, whether it be in politics, I mean, it's everywhere. You see, everybody says, oh, it's who you know. And who you know is not the problem. Because who you know pretty much gets you in the door. But if who you know gets you in the door and merit has to keep you there, then we'll focus on merit. But that merit system, we need to bring it back.
Yeah, I was just going to add that, I mean, what I think was Samuel from Niger State, what he said was very pertinent. You know, what he said about, you know, the living condition. Because you see, trust me, I mean, I think Lami also mentioned that when you have less things to worry about, you actually have a free mind to talk about. I mean, when I was having this conversation with someone earlier today, he says, see, these Indians that you're talking about that you bring, they don't have any worries. You give them mopo, you give them you give them a decent accommodation, you give them everything. Can we start to give our Nigerians those kinds of conditions when we employ them? I say, okay, Utsi, I employ you, I'll put you in a penthouse in Ikoyi, I'll give you a driver, do you think Uti would ever want to jeopardize her job for anything? You can never steal a pin.
But that's why the politicians want to die there.
Wait, now we've not even finished. Because you see, you take the same people that have the same job function. You might probably know better than even the Indian, but they will not pay you half or even close to what they would pay that Indian because what? He's an expatriate and you are Nigerian. So I think we should flip that coin. When we find quality Nigerians that have the brains to do the job, let us pay them what they are worth. Let's give them everything and improve the living condition. And let's stop this thing of, you know what, this salary is too much to pay this person. Because you see, that is why this same company that I'm telling you about, there was a big, because you remember what the guy said, whenever they want to be anything like theft, it is connived. So that one, guess what happened? They have their own POS. At the till, you that you are shopping, you think you are shopping, you know, and paying to the company in Alayo. You are paying to a private company because all of them on that till, they have their own POS that the money is moving to their account. They uncovered that big, what's it called? Scandal. So this is what happens when we also do not treat, I'm not justifying dishonesty, but I'm saying that, yes, it is part of the problem.
Absolutely.
All right, so they said it's time for us to go. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Lami. Thank you, Uti. Now, Ways was birthed from the need to inform, inspire, and influence lives towards action. And this year, we started our CSR focus on curbing unemployment in Nigeria. So if you're a company, please partner with us by allocating internship slots. And if you're a job seeker, keep watching Ways and follow us on all our social media handles, as this will be an all-year-round engagement. So tell your friends to keep all eyes on Ways. In case you missed this, our very short quote today, here it is again. It is less of a problem to be poor than to be dishonest. Think about this quote. Let it sink in. You would understand it. All right, we'll see you live tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.